friends, thanks for being with Casey and I on this roll-up moment. And we are setting up right now for 1065, the Savannah Atlanta coming right our way. A couple more moments, I'll get right back to you, but at this point, get ready, don't go anywhere. He's coming our way. We are back at historic, well-known spot, Bootlegger's Crossing, just outside of Ooltewah. Matter of fact, right on the other side of those trees and about a block down is Little Debbie's Parkway, where we cross over into Ooltewah. We are on Ooltewah Cemetery Road, and you are currently looking to the east at that point, and this way to the west. And if you were to go down that track, it would take you to the debug yard. Our train today, leading up front, NS1065, the Savannah and Atlanta. Like I said, he is leading, and then we are looking for train NS188 that's going to Danville, Kentucky. So we are going to try and do a production shot as well. So right before all the, and we'll hear his horn way ahead of time. So, and we aren't going to do a whole lot of talking. You've been with me to this crossing before. We are at the 227 milepost, and you can see them right there. And we're going to do a little adjustment so we can get ready ahead of time there. That should pretty much do us. We are dealing with some straight above direct sun at 80 degrees here in Chattanooga this afternoon. So we are under the umbrella. And those are the signal board indications for the outbound traffic headed east coming from the debug yard. And since we have that huge curve over to our right, it's impossible for us to see the signal indications from here due to the fact that they are angled for the engineer and conductor to be able to see as they're coming around that curve. So they are angled away from us at this point. And we're finishing getting everything else set up.
I don't think that Rusty would be here today.
So, y'all sit back, relax, get comfortable. We're going to be, let's see if I can tell what time it is here. He went through Dalton coming north about 2:50 Eastern Standard Time. And to this point, generally is 1 hour, as long as there's nothing on the siding in front of him that we have to deal with. So, and when he we'll hear the horns way ahead of time because he will come across Ooltewah Ringgold Road crossing before us, where those of you familiar with the area, where Whistle Stop is. So we'll hear him way ahead of time. There is another set of signal indication boards just up ahead, about 3-4 blocks from here. So it's possible they could hold him. At this point, we know he's coming. We know where he was. We know where he's going. And we know that he's going to go right past here. A little bit ago, NS Dispatch reached out to him and told him there were some people on the tracks, and I didn't catch the milepost, but the dispatcher was giving them a heads up to be cautious at that point. For those of you that rail fan, never cross over that safety boundary or get on the tracks. Make it a fun experience. Wear your safety gear. Stay back a safe distance. You never know what could possibly happen. Even something as simple as a loose strap coming along and it flies up or throws up ballast, whatever. So always be safe. And like I said, the rail crews don't know your intentions. So let's help them out as well. So everybody, keep us posted. For those of you that are with us, either to the south of us, in between Dalton and here, which would be, for example, Appleton and Varnell, Cohutta, all those areas. If you know where he is currently, keep us updated, because we are going to catch Savannah Atlanta NS Locomotive 1065 leading Norfolk Southern Train 188, going right past here. And behind him, about 3 hours, 4 hours behind him, is NS 8101. So we are going to have two heritage locomotives coming past this exact point today. So we will do a part 1 and a part 2. Also, we have the Montana Rail Link making his way here. MRL 4316. We have horn, we got train. Eastbound. We got a bonus train in. Our lead locomotive, an AC 44C6M, making his way. And I'm going to guess, since he's still on the inside track and I didn't see him diverge, I'm going to guess he's going to head on up to, let's see, Sweetwater, going up the Knoxville West End. So we're going to continue to listen. Like I said, we will hear a horn well ahead of 1065. And his direction past us, when they go right to left at this point, they're going to the east. And we have horn. Don't know if this is our train, but we have horn. This is 188. You heard him? 188. Okay, those of you to the west of us, here comes NS188 with 1065 leading, although he is slowing down dramatically. So they may be getting ready to hold him at Summit or someplace. We are going to do a production check for Casey for both sound, his white bar, and when we talk about white bar, we show him one of these so he can adjust his colors. They're in the production studio. So, Casey, 3, 2, 1. So, not only do we get to have the excitement of live, we will have the excitement of watching this again and again. X6 is such a busy spot. We are going to stay because there could be a train holding over to the east of us. You never know. There's so much traffic past here, so we are going to stay live here for a little bit. Like I said, we are also chasing and watching for couldn't tell that was a train or a truck on Little Debbie Parkway. We are also keeping an eye open for the Central of Georgia. Central of Georgia went through Austell at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time today, and he will go right past here as well. So we will be back at this location. Also, the MRL that we talked about will be going past this location. So a lot going on. So like I said, for a little bit, we are going to stay here for about 12 minutes or so. Just keep an eye on, see if anything else comes our way before we conclude the live, where we just saw 1065, the Savannah Atlanta, pass right by us right here on Rail Moments. right. As we await to see if we have anything else making its approach, we'll listen to the scanner, see if anything comes around that corner before we shut her down. They were, as you saw, they were slowing him down immensely, so they could be holding him at some point. We're going to go ahead and run down the track here in a little bit, see if we do find him someplace else, and if so, we'll try and find a spot where we can go live again with him. But at this point, not sure where he is. So those of you to the west of me right now, they're following along, let us know where he's at. And for those of you waiting at TVRM for him, it's 12 minutes from here if they don't stop him. So, but you did hear them talk about they were going to switch him, but I didn't hear what they were going to switch to or from. I don't know whether they're talking about tracks or what. So, he is between Ooltewah and Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum Camp. And yes, we are at Bootlegger's Crossing. I love this location. And not only do we get to catch everything going east-west at this point, except for those that peel off to go up to Cincinnati on the CNO and TP, we just finished with the 1065 Heritage Locomotive for Norfolk Southern. Savannah and Atlanta, right past us. So, Savannah and Atlanta is gone. He's making his way westbound. We're going to hang out here for a few. And if we don't catch anything while I'm going ahead and tearing down, we'll go ahead and make our way west and see if they did hold him someplace. If they hold him up at Jersey, we'll set back up there again. So, anybody to the west of us, keep me posted. We're dealing with a lot of direct over high sunlight, which just heats everything up so much. So it took a little extra time to get set up. Going to take a little extra time to tear down, but we are going to see if we can find him, if they do hold him up. Otherwise, he'll be going up CNOTP, headed to Kentucky. For those of you at the dam, hanging out, get ready, you'll see him. As we've talked so many times at this location, it's not unusual. See 2-3 trains in a 30-minute period. And I think at this point, that's going to bring our live to a close. Like I said, part 2 still coming up. So watch for when we go live again for our next Heritage Locomotive right at this spot yet today. From Casey and I, thanks for being with us here on Rail Moments.